Okay, I will be dubbing Cautionary / Lebe's story unquoted. Wait. Yeah, I'll be dubbing Cautionary / Lebe's story unquoted. Yeah, okay. So, first we're gonna read what means what and such. Since we heard that, my dog just walked out the room. Anywho, Y/N equals your name. H/L equals hair length. H/C equals hair color. F/C equals fair color. B/S equals brother or sister. F/S equals favorite song. Wait a second. Why do you need all this? Whatever. Okay, let's actually read it now. You sighed. It had been a long day at the daily hellhole, aka school. You are not the popular one in the school, sadly, and it happened that the popular one is a big annoying jerk. Just great in your name land, your name land. You were known for your sarcasm. You didn't have as many friends as the popular girl did. Then again, you believed that most of her friends were only her friend for the popularity. Her name was Emma, but enough of Miss Makeup. More about you. Your name was, of course, your name. You were very sarcastic. You liked the favorite color. You were very on big details. Your hair was hair length and hair color. You mostly wore t-shirts and shorts. You liked gaming and just laying down and chilling. You were pretty normal. Until that one day. You walked into your room and slung your bag onto your floor. It had been a long day and it was killing your back. You squatted down and opened it up, flipping the flap to the side. Rummaging through your backpack, you felt something rubbery and grabbed it. Keeping a firm grip on it, you pulled it out and you were surprised to see it was your phone. You clicked the button on the side and the phone lit up, showing your customized lock screen. You typed in your phone's password and the device automatically unlocked and showed your home screen. You hadn't paid attention to the lock screen where it shows unread text and missed phone calls. You only saw a 1 by you saw a 1 by the message. You sighed. You never really got any texts by real people, only your brother/sister, your mom, and your dad. You lost Skype 2 weeks ago because I accidentally deleted it from the app store, and you were too lazy to go through all the signing up. You clicked messages and waited for it to load. Now, sitting there properly when it finished. When it finally loaded, it showed that you got a text message from a stupid sponsor for free internet. You rolled your eyes, expecting it to be that. You clicked the text, and right after exited out, you only wanted it out of your way. You clicked YouTube and turned on favorite song and put your phone on your desk and grabbed your folder, your planner, and your red notebook. Instead of these were your stupid homework. Time skip brought to you by Waffles. Some marinara waffles. Okay. Put your pencil down. Finally, your homework was finished. You weren't in the mood to make a video for your YouTube channel, so you turned off your music and walked over to your bed. It looked comfy. It looked comfy. You flopped down, only to jump back up in a sitting position due to something cold and hard laying on your sheets. Turn aside you, just enough to see what it was. Curiously, it was a necklace. You had never seen it before. It showed no sign of who gave it to you, but you liked it anyway. It was cute. It was a cat necklace with a cat pendant. You smiled. Cats were your favorite animal. You had 2 kittens yourself. They were named Socks and S'mores. You wrapped the necklace and placed it around your neck. You yawned. Suddenly you had gotten extremely tired. You had 4 hours until dinner, so you could take a nap. You pulled down your blankets and lied down, putting the blankets over you. The road was getting darker and darker and darker. You heard a voice. I'll see you soon, my little kitten. Your eyes stayed closed/shut as you lie down. That was a good nap. What time is it? You wondered and leaned over, expecting to feel your desk, but instead you got pain in your arm. You groaned. Finally opened your eyes. Surely the desk was pushed over. Wrong. You were wrong. You were laying in a large patch of grass in a wide field. What the? I swear I was in my bedroom before. You practically screamed in your head. You sat up, but couldn't sit normally. It just hurt to try. You sighed and looked at how abnormal you looked, only to find something very unexpected placed before you. Your hands had turned into a brown and white paws. You looked over yourself. You were fluffy. You had a nice long tail. If only you could look at your head. There's a bag beside you. You looked at it curiously before trying to open it, but only to no avail. You leaned over a bit into the opening and lifted it. There we go, you thought as the bag opened. Inside was a mirror and a sticky note attached to it. You might not know who I am, nor do I want you to, yet. But off that topic, you must have realized by now that you have paws and a tail and whatnot. Don't worry, it's normal here. Extremely normal. There is a mirror for you to see yourself with. Don't worry about what you see. When you have finished, yell this out. Nosage? Nosage? Jason Nosage. Okay, I'll be waiting. Heard the letter in your head. Nosage? What the heck was Nosage? Sounded extremely stupid, but whatever. It was freezing cold and maybe someone could help you. Just maybe. You sighed and moved your tongue, gritting your teeth. They were smaller than usual. You pulled the mirror out of your jaws again and placed it on the ground. Leaned towards it. You were shocked at what you saw in the mirror. It was a young, blue-eyed Siamese cat. This couldn't be right. You moved in front of the mirror, and the cat did the same. This was you. This is you. You suddenly started to feel weak, like you did when you had the stomach flu and you had lied down for so long and barely could walk. You flopped over. Just sitting hurt you. The world was slowly darkening. You panicked and thought of what to do. Using all your strength, you opened your muzzle and screamed out the one word that popped in your mind. Nosage. First, you did a dub on my story, too. As the world became darker, you heard crunching of grass coming near. Was this it? Was this the end? You felt numbness as you were picked up. You only heard one thing before you blacked out. You called, my little kitten? You woke up without your eyes fluttering open like they always do. You felt a softness under you and looked down to see a mattress. Of course, you were lying on it. You grumbled, stretching in a cat-like way, considering you were a cat now. You sighed and looked at your surroundings. You thought as your eyes scanned the room you were in. It told you similar to your bedroom, except for the fact that there wasn't a door, at least that you knew of. You suddenly freaked out, screaming and backing. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? You shouted, noticing the items on your desk were hot glued on. You heard footsteps. You stood motionless, shocked as they came closer. You knew that there was no hiding now. You couldn't pretend to still be asleep, for you knocked over whatever you could and screamed without even taking notice that someone could be there with you. You continued to stand as if paralyzed, and suddenly you heard a faint creak in a corner of the room. You shivered, hating those noises. So you're finally awake. I've been checking on you for the past 2 hours, and not once have you woken up. You heard a husky voice say in a cheery kind of tone. That is, until now. He continued. You heard more creaking and a footstep and then another. You stood in silence, afraid to speak. Turn around and face me. You heard a more demanding tone in his voice. You shook your head and continued to stand without one move. Turn around and face me, he barked loudly, which frightened you. Okay, fine. You turned and saw a man who looked about 2 years older than you. He wore a sweatshirt and sweatpants along with a pair of sneakers. He would have been nice to you as a boyfriend if he were one, but instead he had to be your kidnapper. At least that's what you had in mind. Good, now tell me your name. Your name? How do you feel? He asked with a sort of taunting tone in his calm voice. You were feeling scared. You were in fear. You didn't want to be here. Every part of your body ached. You didn't want for this man to kill you, or get whatever this man was planning to do with you over with. To be honest, I'm feeling fine, he said with a forced grin and a cheery sort of tone. You're feeling the complete opposite, but you're filled with fear to show it. One wrong move, you thought, images of you dying countless ways across your mind, and you'll never see the light of day again. Ever. Great. Now you see that collar? He asked, pointing at the collar hanging around your neck. You couldn't exactly see it, so you foamed it around, trying to take the damn thing off. No! You heard a husky voice snap at you. You looked up at him and confused thoughts dancing inside your head. You are never allowed to take that damn necklace off, you hear me? Do I make myself clear? He shouted at you, rushing towards you. He hissed and ran to a corner under a table, still in cat form. You brat! You grunted, chasing after your small form. He leaned down, grabbing you by the neck at a certain spot where you suddenly froze. Your paws suddenly froze and curled up against your body, and your legs did the same. Your tail flipped under your body in a sign of defeat. When really you were ready to scratch his eyes out at any moment, you hissed and yelled. Let me go, you yelled into his face. Your eyes narrowed as he hugged you while he held you by the neck. Fine, he spat as he held your body against him. You let go of your neck. He smirked at you and planted a kiss on top of your head. You looked shocked and flustered. No. Your name. You will not fall for this shit. He kidnapped you and won't let you go home. Don't do it. You mentally said to yourself. You felt the release of your neck. You stretch your limbs before setting your eye color eyes on his face. Your pupils grew smaller and thinner as you stared and became colder. He gazed down at you, a smug smirk on his face. You hissed, and before he could register what happened, you had flipped in his arms, jumping onto his shoulder and swiped your claws across his cheek before jumping onto your carpet/wooden floor. He yelled, holding his face in his arm. You kind of also dug your claws into his arm before your planned attack took place. You saw him look at you. He frowned while he backed up slowly. He followed you with the same pace. You watched him beginning to lean over. You turned and ran as you heard pounding behind you. The chase was on. Okay, so that was the last chapter so far. I love the cliffhangers. Good job, Cautionary Bay. I just love this story so far. And I'm glad I made a dub of it. Whoa, 11 minutes. Oh well. Bye guys, and I'll see you later. Hearts. Bye.